I'd like to welcome everybody to this evening's Athletics Hall of Fame ceremony. My name is Rich Dodd, and I'm the athletic director here at Shawnee. And tonight we will honor 10 individuals and induct them into the elite club of Shawnee Athletics Hall of Fame. Before we get to the induction, I would like to introduce the Lenape Regional High School District Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Heather Zanakis.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to be here and represent the Lenape Regional High School District at Board of Education at Shawnee High School for such a very special night. I'm honored to be here, and I'm honored to be here and represent the Board of Education members who also help us celebrate our athletic program. Having board members who support athletic programs and understand athletic programs will allow us as a district to maintain and pursue outstanding athletic programs. Some of our board members who will be joining us later tonight will be Jennifer Levis and Barry Fitzgerald. On behalf of the district administration and the entire board, I would like to welcome and congratulate all of our 10 inductees and their guests. This award is a recognition of excellence among many, many elite Shawnee athletes, coaches, and contributors throughout the years. I want to thank our inductees for demonstrating to others what grit and perseverance looks like during their athletic careers at Shawnee and beyond. These individuals were fierce competitors, leaders, and/or trailblazers among some of the stiffest competition in the state of New Jersey. Our inductees represent what we in the LRHSD want to instill and have instilled in our athletes, both on and off the field. This is a night of celebration and recognition of what was and is Shawnee Athletics. So again, on behalf of the Lenape Regional High School District Board of Education, I want to thank our inductees for their part in helping foster the atmosphere of excellence and pride as a Shawnee Renegade. Thank you. I would like to now welcome Principal Matt Campbell to the stage.
Thank you, Heather. I would like to add my welcome to everybody to the Athletic Hall of Fame. It's our 6th class that we are inducting into our Athletic Hall of Fame. So I'd also like to welcome all of the former teachers and coaches. If I could have the teachers and coaches, the former teachers and coaches, please stand and be recognized that are here with us tonight. As well as all of our current Shawnee staff, and a special welcome back to the inductees and their families. It's quite an honor to get to kick off tonight's ceremony and be part of an event where people have traveled from as far away as New York, Arizona, California, and the United Kingdom. So usually I don't get people to cross Route 70 to come to an event that we run. So to get people to come from all over the world is it shows you how special this night is. I'd like to start off by really thanking Mr. Dodd. Rich Dodd has done an amazing job organizing the event. So Mr. Dodd, where do you sneak off to? He's around here, running around somewhere. Oh, there he is, behind the balloons. Also, I'd like to thank the committee, the Athletic Hall of Fame Committee, for all their hard work and dedication. If those members could stand up and be recognized, the members of the committee. And I know Mr. Dodd's going to give a nice shout out to Doris Barati, but Doris Barati has been working feverishly. She's over here on my left, getting this event together. So Doris. We haven't been able to talk to Doris about anything but Hall of Fame for the last 2 weeks, so it'll be nice to have her back in the mix next week. So I'd like to congratulate all of our inductees for their amazing accomplishments during their time here at Shawnee. But I would also be remiss if I did not thank their families, as well as their teachers and coaches, because no one gets to the level that they've achieved by themselves. They talk about a village, to raise a child, but as an athlete, to be able to achieve at this level, you need all this support system in place. So I want to, congratulate the inductees, but also their families as well. And to our current crop of student athletes that are here tonight, you're going to hear from them as they introduce our inductees. You need to make sure that you take the time to appreciate and acknowledge all the people that play that role in your lives as well. So I encourage you to make sure that you show your appreciation to all of the people that support you. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight, and I'd like to bring back Mr. Rich Dodd. Thank you.
Okay, we'll get this show on the road here. So we have all our inductees to my right. And what will happen tonight is we have student athletes here that will introduce each inductee. After the introduction occurs, the inductee is invited to say a few words, and then afterwards, yes, few. And then afterward, remember, the longer it takes, the less food and mingling we have. And then afterwards, to my left, the student athlete and the inductee will get a picture together over to my left. Okay? So that's how the night will go. Also, once we're done the ceremony here, we'll have some picky foods out. You guys can mingle in the back. If we need more room, we can always go to the back cafeteria as well. And then at around 6:20, I recommend anybody who wants to see the outside presentation, which is about 7 minutes long, to head out to the stadium. The inductees will be walking from the visitor side to the home side down the 50-yard line at approximately 6:30. Then after that, you can watch the game. You can come back to the cafeteria and mingle some more. Whatever you would like to do, that is fine. Okay, so that's the plan for tonight. All right, to start us off, we have a student athlete here tonight, Casey Abbott. Unfortunately, the inductee that Casey will be introducing could not make it tonight, but we'll have Casey still read her bio. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Casey Abbott. I'm a member of the Shawnee field hockey team. It's an honor to present to you Miss Lindsay Garris Fleischhauer, class of 1996. Named the 1997 Shawnee High School Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year, Lindsay Garris Fleischhauer was one of those athletes who participated in many sports throughout her years at Shawnee, including swimming, winter track, but ultimately excelling in field hockey and lacrosse. Lindsay earned a total of 9 varsity letters among 4 sports during her Shawnee High School career. Lindsay performed on the lacrosse field as low defense and earned the accolades of All-County, All-State, Player of the Year, and All-American. Lindsay helped the girls lacrosse team reach sectional and state championships in 1996 and an undefeated season in 1997. Lindsay was first team All-State, first team All-South Jersey. In 1997, Lindsay was named the Lacrosse Defensive Player of the Year at the time when Shawnee Lacrosse was ranking 6th nationally in Lacrosse magazine. Lindsay equally impressed performance in field hockey in the position of wing, saw her claim titles in All-County, All-State, All-Decade Team, and All-American, while also seeing a field hockey South Jersey Group 4 title in 1994 and state championship in 1995. Lindsay was named first team All-State and first team All-Group 4. Lindsay attended Penn State University and continued her field hockey career at the collegiate level, playing positions of defense and midfield. She helped lead her team as one of the Big Ten champions in field hockey, receiving multiple top 10 Division I rankings. Congratulations on your induction, Lindsay Garris Fleischhauer.
Some people are in the back. There's seats over here if you would like in the front. We have some seats over here as well. Feel free, you don't have to stand. All right, we have plenty of seats for you. Okay, next, our student athlete that we will introduce is Nick Rasinski.
Hello, I am Nick Rasinski and a member of the Shawnee football team and boys lacrosse team. It is an honor to present to you Mr. Chris LaPierre, class of 2009. Named the 2009 Shawnee High School Outstanding Male Athlete of the Year, Chris LaPierre has been described as a one-person game changer by head coach Tim Gushew. Known under the moniker Shocker, Chris proved to be one of the most versatile athletes in Shawnee history, earning a total of 7 varsity letters. His lacrosse athletic career saw Chris named a 4-time All-Conference player, 3-time All-State, and 3-time All-American. Chris is a Shawnee record setter with 199 career goals and stand as the 4th all-time point leader at 298. In addition to his lacrosse success as a football athlete, Chris was 3-time All-Burlington County player, 2-time All-State athlete, and in 2009 named New Jersey Athlete of the Year and New Jersey Offensive Player of the Year. Chris was instrumental in the 2007 Group 3 final with 242 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then in 2008 leading his team to an undefeated season. As a senior, Chris set state records for touchdowns and points, and his efforts were a direct impact on the 12-0 season record and state sectional title that year. His four-year high school career ended with a school record-setting 4,730 career rushing yards, 83 touchdowns rushing, and 516 career record points, all records which still stand today. Chris attended University of Virginia on a lacrosse scholarship. Chris was three-time Atlantic Coast Conference player, All-American, and team captain in his 2013 senior year. After leaving UVA, Chris had postgraduate success as a four-year Major League Lacrosse athlete with Florida Launch and New York Lizards. Congratulations on your induction, Chris LaPierre.
So we were told to keep our speeches to around 2 minutes, but I'm going to borrow some of Lindsay's time since she's not here. So first, I'd like to just congratulate the other inductees here tonight, and thank you to Principal Campbell, Athletic Director Dodd, and the entire Hall of Fame committee for this tremendous honor. Thank you to Coach Gushu, Coach Schulman, Coach Welsh, and the rest of the coaching staff for all that you've done to guide and lead me during my athletic career. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of some incredibly successful teams in my career. Back-to-back state championships in Shawnee, national championship at Virginia, professional championship in the Major League Lacrosse, and most recently winners of the only game people care about in Oxford, the varsity match against Cambridge. Any of the athletes up here tonight will tell you that no matter how talented they were, our success is in large part due to the teammates that we have around us. And while I know my teammates on the field often got the recognition they deserved, tonight I want to thank my teammates behind the scenes who had everything to do with my success. My dad was the most loyal and dedicated coach I've ever had. Whether it was the hours of baseball lessons, shooting free throws in the driveway, or doing Oklahoma drills in the front yard, I know that he was always giving everything he had to make me the best and provide me with everything I needed to be successful. My mom was my sports nutritionist and sports psychologist long before I even knew what those professions were. No matter how late I came home from practice, she was always up waiting with a home-cooked meal and to ask me how my day was. My brother was forever my upperclassman, the guy I looked up to, always included me in games. And always looking out for me. My sister was great because no matter how much I was shocker to everyone else, she always reminded me I was still her little brother, Chrissy. She was also the first lacrosse goalie I ever shot on, and I think the confidence she gave me did wonders for my career. Lastly, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my wife, Melissa, for all her love and support she'd given me along the way. We met at the University of Virginia, and some of you may know this, but Team LaPierre winning the Shawnee golf outing 4 times has nothing to do with the 3 LaPierre men on the team. She's back home in London tonight with our 11-week-old daughter, Charlotte, but in the years ahead, I look forward to giving Charlotte the same love and support that my family gave me. Thank you again.
Our next student athlete that I would like to introduce is Jamison Ross.
Hello, I'm Jamison Ross and a member of the Shawnee girls basketball team. It is an honor to present to you Ms. Gina Garbaldo Santone, class of 1978 as athlete and coach. Awarded the Distinguished Golden Pass as one of the most distinguished athletes of 1978, Gina Garbaldo Santone succeeded as a multi-sport athlete in tennis, basketball, and softball, earning a total of 10 varsity letters in those 3 sports throughout her high school career. Exceeding in tennis as first singles player, Gina was not only named captain, but ranked 2nd in Burlington County, 3rd in South Jersey, was 2-time Burlington County first team, All-South Jersey team, and placed 3rd at the South Jersey State Tournament. Gina played 2 years at the varsity level as point guard for the Shawnee girls basketball program. Gina's softball career saw her also named as captain, as she played the positions of second base and shortstop, reaching a status of 3-time Burlington County team with honorable mention. Gina attended Glassboro State College and continued her collegiate athletic career in the sport of tennis, earning varsity all 4 years. In 1986, Gina joined the special education department at Shawnee. Joining the Shawnee girls basketball coaching staff in 1990, Gina attained a 75% winning average, was named 2-time South Jersey Coach of the Year, 2002 Sports Writer Coach of the Year, 2-time Burlington County Coach of the Year, selected and honored All-Carino Living Legend Coach for outstanding leadership and coaching, selected as All-State Head Coach, 2-time Group 4 championships, 4 league championships, 3 Burlington County championships, 3 Burlington County pole champions, and coached an impressive 36-0 winning streak. Congratulations on your induction, Gina Gribaldo Santone.
Okay, I'm going to look at Matt right now. We're only allowed to speak for 2 minutes, but I'm the oldest, so I get 3. Okay. First, I'd like to congratulate all the inductees here tonight. What a great honor, so enjoy the night. Also, thanks to Matt, to Rich and Doris, as well as the entire committee, because that job is very difficult to do. Every 4 years, you must have a real dilemma on your hands because a lot of great athletes come through this school. So I appreciate all your hard work and dedication. I'd also like to shout out to my group back there who have come out here for me tonight to support me. I have my golf buddies with me. Yay, shout out. They're wearing our team shirts. And I also have some teaching friends who have come from Delaware, some present that are still working in-house. That's great to see. And I have a lot of family members, the Santones, that are here. I have a student here who was one of my best students ever, who's now a special ed teacher like myself. She flew in from Florida for this, so I'm very humbled by that. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Last but not least of the thanks is to my family. My husband, Mark, who didn't miss a game I coached, nor did my son, Gabriel, who obviously didn't have a choice in the matter. But I think he enjoyed it. He became an athlete himself and did well. He also helped out with the snack stand, and I'm sure he liked that. So my sister, Nicole, and her husband, Steve, that are here, my brother, Louis, and his wife, Ginger. The only 2 people that are missing here tonight are my mom and my dad. But there is a silver lining with that, because the day I found out I was going to be inducted, there were 2 cardinals in my backyard. And I don't know if everyone here knows what they symbolize, but I'm sure those that do will understand what I'm going to say. They were there all day, and I'd never seen 2. Now, of course, my dad only passed about a year and a half ago, so I hadn't seen 2 together. But about that evening, I got the email, and it hit me. That's why they were there all day. I then looked out, burst out crying out of happiness and sadness, but it was really a lot of happiness and joy. And I looked out to thank them. They were gone. So they did their job for the day, and I know they're here in spirit, and it's a very warming feeling for me, so thanks to that. And the last point I would like to make before I close is that I believe, truly believe in my work that your weaknesses are your strengths. And I say that because growing up, academics were not my strength. Athletics were. They were my gift. Academics weren't. But I worked very hard, and my father and my mother were my greatest of support. My mom was my cheerleader. My dad was my teacher and my coach. And my dad sat with me every night on the books, and he taught me with humor, kindness, perseverance, patience, and guidance. And when he coached me in softball in the younger years before Lorraine Weiss took over and before Nadine Otter took over here at Shawnee, who were great coaches as well, that's how he taught the girls in softball. When I didn't have a problem in softball, I did in the classroom, my dad used the same methods and strategies. So when I became a teacher, which is what I always wanted to do, and I got a job here at Shawnee High School as the first special education teacher, I taught in the classroom the same way. I taught with humor, kindness, perseverance, caring, and understanding. And I also coached the same way, because I realized that everybody doesn't have a gift in everything. So with that being said, I'd just like to prove the point that your failures become your success. And they did it with me, and they did with my students, and they did with my players. And I'm extremely thankful and humbled with that. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Gina. Our superintendent of the Lenape Regional High School District, Dr. Carol Birnbaum, also shared a story with Doris and myself this morning that you coached her two daughters and that they still have the index cards that you would give each player. They still have it on their bulletin boards in their bedroom. So I thought that was a nice story. They still remember you to this day. Our next student athlete that we'd like to introduce is Braden Hurley.
Hello, I'm Braden Hurley and a member of the Shawnee boys soccer team. It's an honor to present you Mr. John Rath, class of 1995. During his high school career, John Rath was a four-year varsity athlete in the Shawnee boys soccer program. John's personal athletic accomplishments included three-year totals of 56 goals and 59 assists, Burlington County Times first team selection, the first midfield player in Courier Post selection history to achieve the Courier Post All-South Jersey First Team Selection, Philadelphia Inquirer All-South Jersey First Team Selection, Courier Post Player of the Year, Burlington County Player of the Year, and Philadelphia Inquirer Player of the Year. John not only saw great individual success at Shawnee, but his leadership and talents on the field were instrumental in his team seeing a 38-game unbeaten streak. They were also state group 4 championships in 1993 and 1994 with national rankings of 17 in 1993 and 6 in 1994. John was also named the Courier Post All-Century First Team as a Shawnee midfielder. He was also the Star Ledger Top 10 New Jersey soccer players of the 90s decade, being named the 1998 South Jersey Soccer Coaches College Player Hall of Fame is a culmination of John's four-year varsity career at Rutgers University. Playing the position of midfield and center back, John's accomplishments at Rutgers included first team All-Big East and first team All-Mid-Atlantic All-American. Congratulations on your induction, John.
Thank you very much. This is a fine young man. I've known him since he was a little kid. My son is a sophomore at Seneca, and he's the goalkeeper at Shawnee currently. And suffice to say, they got a little bit better of them about a week and a half ago. And I believe he was the player of the week in the Olympic Conference last week, if I'm not mistaken. So this kid's got a bright future ahead of him. So thank you so much, Brady. First off, thank you to Rich, Doris, very much for all of the work that you've done in putting this together. I know it's like herding cats. And thank you to the Shawnee Athletic Hall of Fame Committee for all the work behind the scenes and putting together this tremendous event. To my fellow inductees that are here, congratulations to you all. And I really wanted to give a special shout out to Stephen King. As everyone will soon hear, your accomplishments on the field will more than speak for themselves, and it's a pleasure to share the stage with you as another soccer alumni. Before I officially begin and my 2 minutes starts, I want to give a special shout out to two of my good friends, Jim Scanlon and Tim Brockett. I had asked these two actually to write my speech. I've done this in the past, and I figured it would be a great time to do it. They really created a work of art. It was a page turner, I have to tell you. That was until about a week ago when I was told that we had about 2 minutes to speak up here. And so unfortunately, that masterpiece went from 443 pages in 1 hour and 22 minutes to the 2 minutes that you're about to get now. On a serious note, though, there are a lot of very important people here that I would like to thank today. I'd like to start out with my mom and dad, Hans and Sue. My memories of playing have always involved one or both of you at my games. Your love and support after all of these years played a huge role in the involvement that I've done in my children's lives. And with our family all local, hence the group that we have here today, it's fantastic that you still make the time to come out to your 6 grandchildren's games, activities, and events. It's truly wonderful to see. I love you both, and we thank you from a family for all you did for myself, for my family, and for our kids. To my wonderful sister, Kristen, another Shawnee alumni, as well as all of my extended family members and all of my friends that are here today. Judging by the group that we have gathered here, to say that I'm lucky is a vast understatement. We all support each other in life without any questions asked. I'm lucky to have you all here and even happier to share this day with all of you. And I look forward to celebrating a little bit more later tonight. To my beautiful wife, Corey, who was my high school sweetheart and fellow 1995 graduate of Shawnee. From the beginning, you have always been my #1 fan and supporter, and I love you with all my heart, and I'm so thankful for you. Unfortunately, my children, Julia and Christopher, couldn't make it today. I'm sure it won't be shocking to hear. It's both due to both of them playing soccer matches for their respective schools. My daughter, Julia, is a freshman at Jefferson University and got her first game time today, which is great. And my son, Christopher, as mentioned, is a sophomore at Seneca. Your mom and I love you both, and we're so excited for what's next to come. Next up is my brother, Peter. Wait a minute, my older brother, Peter. So don't look at me. I didn't write the speech. Timmy and Jimmy wrote the speech. Kidding aside, at both of our ages now, it really doesn't matter about age at all. But as a younger teenager, it meant everything to me. I always used to say that you paved the road for me at Shawnee, and all I had to do was follow that path. You've consistently set an example that I've always striven to follow and look up to. You've always been there to lend a helping hand or advice when needed. And I'm so thankful that you kept some of that asphalt in reserve and laid out the road once again that has now allowed me to follow you into the Shawnee Hall of Fame. PJ was a 2013 inductee. I believe that we are now one of 3 sibling pairings, Lindsay, who was not here today, and her sister Tamara, and Danny and Brian Earl, to be enshrined together as siblings. I couldn't be more proud to be by my big brother's side once again, so I love you. Finally, I'd really like to thank Coach Gibney, and I saw Coach Broyles. I don't know if he's still here, but I saw Coach Broyles there today, and all the coaching staff here at Shawnee, as well as all of my teammates throughout my 4 years here. During my time here, our athletic teams combined to win 15 state titles, including 2 by our boys soccer team, which is arguably one of the most successful 4-year period in Shawnee history, I would say. Being surrounded by great athletes, both male and female, friends and teammates drove us all to successes that we would not have been possible by ourselves as individuals. At least in my world, as Chris had mentioned, I wouldn't be here without my teammates. None of this would have been possible. So I humbly accept this award on their behalf as well and look forward to the future Hall of Fame ceremonies when they will undoubtedly be enshrined as well. In closing, Shawnee holds a special place in my heart. I grew up right down the street in the development across from the bus garage, Shawnee Country. I spent my summers here working with Mr. Osmond and Mr. Meyer, and I've been back to watch and cheer on, and sometimes cheer against, go Seneca, family and friends countless of times over the years. I've been fortunate to accomplish some pretty incredible things in my life, both on and off the field, but I really do have to say, this might be the best one of them all. Thank you.
And of course, when we were setting the date, we timed this perfectly because I found out that yesterday was John's birthday as well. So, happy birthday.
And my mom, Sue.
And your mom, Sue.
We had taken 4 minutes to sing happy birthday as a group, but I cut that out.
All right, our next student athlete that we'll introduce is Bella Calvanese.
Hello, I'm Bella Calvanese and a member of the Shawnee Girls Lacrosse team. It is an honor to present to you Miss Heather Ryan Capuzzi, class of 1997. Named the New Jersey Lacrosse Player of the Year in 1996, Heather Bryant Capuzzi earned a total of 8 varsity letters in the sport of lacrosse, field hockey, and soccer as a Shawnee student athlete. In her lacrosse career, Heather helped lead her team to 3 state championships, was named Burlington County Times All-County in 3 consecutive years, First Team, and First Team All-State. Serving as team captain for the 1997 girls lacrosse team, her senior year saw Heather named as the Inquirer Player of the Year, the Courier Post Player of the Year, the New Jersey Female Athlete of the Year, the All-American Attacker of the Year, and the recipient of the All-American Award for the U.S. Women's Lacrosse Association and STX. Heather attended Monmouth University, graduating in 2001. At Monmouth, Heather continued to play varsity lacrosse at the collegiate level for 4 years, specializing in the position of attack. Heather's impressive college accolades included her induction into the Monmouth University Athletics Hall of Fame in 2014, a 3-time All-American selection, and a 4-time All-Region selection. As the most decorated player in Monmouth University history, Heather is a record holder as Monmouth's all-time leader in goals and points. Heather was the first player in the NEC women's lacrosse history to win Player of the Year award in back-to-back years, and the first player to win Female Player of the Year award in back-to-back years. Congratulations on your induction, Heather Bryant Capuzzi.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm overwhelmed with gratitude and I'm humbled to the core. I accept this incredible honor of being inducted into Shawnee's Hall of Fame for lacrosse. Thank you so much. I feel so much gratitude for those responsible for supporting me while I was at Shawnee. First and foremost, I would like to thank the selection committee for recognizing my contribution to the game of lacrosse. It's truly an honor to join this esteemed company of past inductees. I am in awe of their skills, and I'm grateful that my name is at least in the same sentence as theirs. I also have to acknowledge the incredible support system that has been instrumental to my success. My coaches, especially Coach Sue Rudera, thank you for pushing me beyond my limits, for instilling in me the importance of teamwork and perseverance, and for believing in my abilities even when I doubted myself. Thank you for being there for me. You have truly helped me more than you'll ever know. To my teammates, thank you for pushing me to the best version of myself on and off the field. I feel so lucky to have shared the field with such incredible women who I've been able to create memories with that will last me a lifetime. And most importantly, to my family and my dear friends. So many of you are here tonight, and I appreciate it so much. You have been your unwavering support for cheering me on the sidelines, and sacrificing so much to ensure that I can pursue my dreams. I appreciate everything. Your love and encouragement has propelled me to move forward when I needed it the most. I feel so lucky to have had such a beautiful group of people around me, then, today, and always. And I'll never forget all that you've all done for me, and I love you very much. Lastly, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the power of this sport, lacrosse. Lacrosse has taught me to be invaluable in so many life lessons that extend far beyond the field, and that I hope to exemplify for my 3 beautiful children and my husband, Michael. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this incredible recognition, and congratulations to all the inductees tonight. Thank you.
Okay, I have the honor to present to you Mr. Michael Matthews, contributor as coach and athletic director. Mike was hired in 1972 at Abraham Levitt Junior High School in Willingboro, New Jersey, where he also began his coaching career as the freshman track coach. Transferring to Willingboro High School in 1975, Mike then served as the head cross-country coach and assistant spring track coach. During his time at Willingboro through 1987, Mike, along with the program's coaching staff, was fortunate to coach future Olympians Carol Lewis and her brother Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis went on to win 9 Olympic gold medals in the 1980s and 90s. Mr. Matthews first entered through the doors of Shawnee High School in 1987, hired to teach social studies. He quickly immersed himself into the world of Shawnee athletics, serving as assistant boys track coach, assistant girls soccer coach, and assistant girls basketball coach. While serving as the assistant boys track coach, Mike specialized working with athletes in hurdle events. And to this day, every boys hurdle event record at Shawnee is held by the student athletes which Mike coached. In the year 2000, Mike was named the athletic director and assistant principal at Shawnee High School, serving in that role until 2006. During his years as athletic director, he started the Athletics Hall of Fame program, which you are all seated here tonight for, the night football program, the girls volleyball program, and oversaw the start of the boys lacrosse program. Mike was instrumental in securing a full-time athletic trainer to serve student athletes. And under his leadership as athletic director, Shawnee High School was twice selected by the NJSIAA as the best sports school in the state. Mike retired from Shawnee in 2006. As I said, I have the honor to present Mr. Michael Matthews, and I worked my first year as assistant AD. I worked with Mike during his last year as athletic director. And to this day, Mike and I still remain in touch. He's probably my part-time shrink. We go out to lunch a lot. Once you're an athletic director, you are always an athletic director. So between Mike and Sue, we always get together, we talk, we talk shop, and I appreciate all those moments that I get to spend with Mike. So not only was Mike a great colleague of mine, but I also call him a good friend. Congratulations on your induction, Michael Matthews.
Thank you, Rich, for the kind words. I appreciate it. This is an extremely humbling event. It's humbling because this Hall of Fame is just so darn tough to get into. Okay, having been the originator in 2005, I mean, you just go through the votes and you shake your head like, how did they not get in? Because you put them off to the next round, So all of you, congratulations, and you did it. I mean, you cracked the code on this one. It's tough to do, and Shawnee is the #1 sports school in the state of New Jersey year after year, and the athletes and the coaches reflect that. Therefore, it's a great Hall of Fame to be into. So I'd like to congratulate them, especially Gina Santone, who I coached basketball with, and Eddie Loges, who I was his coach. I'm honored to join the other athletic directors, Tom Tafati, Rick Sos, Sue Murphy, and being inducted into this Hall of Fame. Most people don't know there was only 6 athletic directors in the history of Shawnee High School in 50 years. So it's a pretty elite group, and it's headed up by a true gentleman, Mr. Rich Dodd. I'd like to, when you are up here, you look back and it's not about what you did or what you accomplished. It's about all of you. It's about the people who were there for the ride, the support, the friendship, that everything you did. And this room is packed with the Hall of Famers because you created all of this, and it couldn't have been possible without any of you. So this night really becomes a night of thank yous. And I'd like to start off by thanking my sister-in-law, Mary Lucas, for nominating me, or this never would have happened. I'd like to thank my family and friends that are here, and can't thank you enough for your support and for being here tonight, because it really means a lot. I'd like to thank my wife, Pat, and my daughters, Jen and Melissa, because I was involved in athletics from 1975, high school athletics from 1975 to 2006. And that sometimes included coaching 3 sports. So I was never home, okay? And when I became athletic director, I was really never home. I mean, the hours that are there are just, you think coaching is a lot of hours till you get in that position, and that's 24/7, as Rich knows. And they appreciated my compassion, and they never gave me a hard time or say, where are you, why are you? They just appreciated what I was doing. So they're the big ones, that the reason I'm here, because without them, you know, I would have said, okay, that's enough. And I actually stopped coaching in 1991 because my daughters were athletes at Lenape, and it was time to be a dad. So I gave it up, and it was a hard thing to do. I was coaching track with Tim Gushu, and he and I had a long talk about it. And he got it, and he understood it, and it was hard for me to do. And I got back into it as athletic director in the year 2000, and I came in as a dad, as a parent, as a parent of a student athlete. Okay, and I had all this in my bag, so I thought I brought a real honest perspective to the job, because I saw everything. And when people came into my office, I said, whoa, slow down, and I knew everything that belonged into this, and that's how I tried to handle every problem. Other thanks. Mr. Fred Rucker, a good friend of mine, Lenape High School Hall of Famer. He made the famous phone call that said, hey, you interested in going to Shawnee? I said, yeah. And that's how it all began, because of him. I'd like to thank my good friend and true gentleman, Rich Dodd, for all the hard work that he's put into this, and his secretary, Doris Barati, who just, the amount of work she did was insane. So thank you for everything. All right, Mr. Matt Campbell, good friend of mine. We go back to the very beginning with him here at Shawnee, and we've known each other a long time. To the committee, who has a very, very difficult job. Also here, I've run into a lot of former students from Shawnee High School that I didn't know were going to be here. And that was fun. And some I knew were going to be here. And former teachers that I work with, former colleagues that I work with. So this has been a nice short reunion right here. I'd like to thank my secretary, Judy Flennard, who couldn't make it. I'd like to thank my assistant, Roger Pullen, if he would give a wave, because he was the best. He was the best. All right, Kip Patterson, coach, athletic trainer. He should thank me because I got him a new cart while he was working. And I had a great group of assistant principals that I work with. Frank Cash is here. We give a wave. He's floating around out there somewhere. And also Bobby Schultz, who is right here. We had a good group together, led by the late Chuck Fleischman. As far as being an athletic director, Rich went over some of the highlights of the program and all the good stuff that I did. I'd like to talk to you about some of the challenges of the job. One of them was being athletic director during 9/11. That was difficult because I got a phone call and everything was happening, and I got called into Chuck Fleischman's office, shut everything down. It's over, shut the whole program down. And we had to put it back together piecemeal, and some schools wanted to start up later. Some were mad at you because you didn't already start. So it was a very difficult time, but I thought we handled it well. Seneca opened up, which John Rath spoke about his sons going there. Well, you took half my coaches when Seneca opened. And I spent a year, Roger and I spent a year trying to get people to coach our teams, because if you had a coach that coached 2 sports, I had to go find 2 coaches. And it just snowballed from there, and that was a real tough job getting those positions filled, and we got some really, really good guy. One of the other ones was finding playing fields for boys lacrosse when we got that. We had no fields. We were book solid. And you got to remember, the track team throws the discus and a javelin, so you don't want to go over there. All right, so you really, that was a tough one. Very first night football game I had, and 1 hour to go before the game started, they hadn't turned the lights on yet. The electricians were still hooking it up. And I'm going, come on, guys, come on, guys. And they had given me their word it worked, and then the lights came on, and the rest is history. All right. Another one was, and this one, a good one, early 2000s, we had floods here at Shawnee. All the fields were flooded through all of Medford Lakes. I know some of you will remember that. But what they don't know is our fields got flooded. And we had to put 55-gallon drums in the fields because the holes were so deep. And we didn't want anybody out there. So They brought a company in, they fixed everything up, and this was in the summertime, and then we started fall practice. Well, the coaches and the kids were coming to my office. I don't want to gross you out, but they had grubs on their socks. They had grubs on their equipment. They had grubs hanging everywhere. The other teams came in and they put their equipment down and it was all grubs hanging off of them. So I had to shut down the entire program and ship it off to different fields. And everybody worked with me, and as usual, all the coaches are great, and they make it work. So that's the challenges of being the job, and the good stuff is the coaches were wonderful, athletes were just superb, parents were superb. Success of the programs were just unbelievable. I would like to point out, as I wrap up, a couple of guys in particular that are here tonight. As Rich said, the hurdlers that I had still hold every school record. They're on the school record board, and they didn't know it. I surprised them. They're all here tonight. Okay, I reached out and grabbed all of them and had to stalk some of them on Facebook to even find them, but I got them here. Okay, so just a quick wave, and they haven't seen each other since 1991. And one of them is Ed Logus, who was just a beast and owns every school record. Okay, next, Rick Van Emberg. If we give a wave in the back, came up from Maryland. Rick is your intermediate hurdle school record holder since 1991. He is the best and still holds 4 school records. I don't know if he knows that or not. All right. And we also have from the shuttle hurdle relay team, the fastest hurdle relay team in the history of Shawnee still on the board. Ed Logus, Rick Van Emberg, Ryan King, please stand. Wave your hand. All right. Brian Gianvito, the best hurdle crew in the history of Shawnee High School since 1921, still here today. Thank you very much.
Our next student athlete I'd like to introduce is Eden Ellie.
Hello, I'm Eden Ale, and I'm a member of the Shawnee softball team. It is an honor to present to you Miss Debbie DeJean, class of 1996. Named the 1996 Shawnee High School Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year, Debbie DeJean was a 2-sport athlete while a student at Shawnee High School, earning a total of 6 varsity letters, 3 in softball and 3 in basketball, all during her sophomore, junior, and senior years. Debbie's softball career led her to the all-conference team in 3 consecutive seasons, winning the league champions in softball during the 1994 and 1996 seasons, AP All-State First Team Softball, First Team All-South Jersey Softball, and First Team All-County Softball. Throughout her athletic career, Debbie was a record setter in hits, home runs, runs scored, and RBIs, and still holds the Shawnee softball athletic record as leaders in triples with 19. Debbie was equally successful playing for the Shawnee girls basketball team program, setting a school record of 85 as career 3-point leader, and remains one of the top 4 Shawnee players in this category today. Debbie attended Rutgers University and continued to play softball at the varsity level all 4 years of her collegiate career as starting shortstop. She was named the team captain in her senior year. While at Rutgers, Debbie hit the 4th most triples in the program, was the recipient of the Arthur and Rena Sudfeld Academic Achievement Award, softball's greatest hits, the Regina Segrin Loyalty Award, and scored the most RBIs in 1998 and 1999. Congratulations on your induction, Debbie DeJean.
Thank you for that introduction. And I promise 2 minutes, I timed it. Joking aside, Rich and Doris, thank you so much for this evening. It's wonderful. And thank you for the Hall of Fame committee. It's an honor to be selected with all of you, great athletes, great coaches. It is truly, truly an honor to stand here. I've spent the last 23 years in college athletics. 11 of them I coached. My passion was to positively impact young people. And that was because of the way the coaches here and other places impacted me. So I'd like to take a moment to thank the coaches that I had here at Shawnee. The first one is Coach Yurko, and we didn't name cross country because I was awful. That was my brother, but I did run, slowly. The second was Coach Martin, my basketball coach, and then Coach Beth Ann Abbott, who also helped. And then the third was Coach Nelson, our softball coach. They were great. But I'd like to talk about my first coach, the coach that impacted me the most, and that was my dad. He coached all of us kids. I'm pretty sure I was the biggest handful of all. I was the most competitive, still am. I hated to lose, still do. But I'm pretty sure I had no patience for my 10-year-old friends that just wanted to have fun. Caused some problems at home. I had a fire in my belly, and he never squashed it. He let me be me. And I have brought that fire into everything that I've done and everything I do now. So it's opened doors, it continues to open doors, and it continues to motivate me. So I thank you, Dad, because I'm standing here because of you. I'd like to also thank my family who is here, all of them in attendance. We missed the memo on the fatheads. That's okay. But I appreciate it more than you know. And truly, in my eyes, my dad and I just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So on the behalf of both of us, I'm honored. Thank you.
Okay, our next student athlete is Aiden Halt.
Hello, I am Aiden Halt and a member of Shawnee Boys Track Team. It is an honor to present to you Edmund G. Loges, class of 1992. Named the 1992 Shawnee High School Outstanding Male Athlete of the Year, Edmund G. Loges earned 12 varsity letters, including multiple sports, which included 4 years of winter track, 4 years of spring track, 2 years of cross country, and 1 year each in both soccer and football. Ed was an accomplished hurdler and long jumper, in addition to running the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, and 400-meter relay. In the 1992 season, Ed was a key member of the first Shawnee track and field team to win the first outdoor Group 4 sectional and state titles. Ed was the 1992 outdoor Group 4 track and field individual state champion, placing first in the state Group 4 110-meter hurdlers with his time of 14.34 seconds. His personal accomplishments that year also saw Ed as the 1992 New Jersey Winter Track All-Group State Champion, placing first in the 55-meter high hurdles. Throughout his career, Ed's success saw him being named Burlington County Liberty Division All-Star 3 consecutive years, All-Burlington County, All-South Jersey, All-New Jersey Winter Track State Champion, and Outdoor Group 4 Track and Field State Champion. Ed set an impressive Shawnee school records in the 200-meter long jump, 110 high hurdles, and the 4x10 100-meter high hurdle relay, all which still stand today. Ed attended Bucknell University and was on both the Bucknell winter and spring track teams throughout his collegiate career, playing for a cumulative total of 8 varsity years. Congratulations on your induction, Ed Loges.
Wow, this is overwhelming. I'm going to be brief, but I was humbled I was humbled getting the induction invitation, and then sitting through this group today. I am overwhelmed with how great Shawnee Athletics is and what Shawnee does for athletes. It's amazing. It really is. Oh, sorry, I wasn't going to do this. I have a lot to be thankful for and grateful. To start, the Hall of Fame committee, my fellow athletes and inductees, and the coaches. So Coach Mike Matthews, Tim Gushew, Gary Williams, and Steve Shockley. They were my coaches back in the, through my high school years, and their coaching and their influence and their literal words, back then still still ring true, and I hear them today as a dad and a business person, and just as an adult. It's amazing what those coaches did then. Stop crying. All right. Next, I'd like to thank my family, Mom and Dad, Chris and Ed Logus, and my sister, Rachel, my biggest cheerleaders, and thank you. To this day, thank you. I'm going to thank the team, too, here. I'm almost done. To thank my teammates and my friends then and still today. Any individual success that I may have had on the track was amplified 10 times or more competing as a team. Shawnee really brought that out, and that team representing Shawnee and that team was very, very special to me. The cherry on top was bringing home those team state championships in winter track and spring track in 1992, and something I'm very proud of and really appreciative of. So thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, our next student athlete I would like to present is Sakaya Horsley.
Hello, I'm Sakaya Horsley and a member of the Shawnee girls track team. It is an honor to present to you Miss Kathy Todd Rymett, class of 1984. Named the 1984 Shawnee High School Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year, Kathy Todd Rymett had an impressive career as a multi-sport athlete at Shawnee, earning a total of 12 varsity letters among 4 different sports. Kathy earned varsity status in gymnastics, spring track and field, and winter track. She continued earning varsity as a junior and senior in spring track and field and winter track, while adding soccer to that list. Kathy set Shawnee school records in the 1,600-meter relay, sprint medley, high hurdles, and long jump. In 1984, Kathy also saw success in the Group 4 winter track state champion with the meet record in the sprint medley. Kathy's leadership skills led her to captain her 1984 team in the total points to being the number 1 in South Jersey after 3 previous straight undefeated seasons. As a varsity soccer player and captain, Kathy was the leading goal scorer and was named the All-Burlington County leading goal scorer in 1983. Kathy attended Westchester University and earned a total of 6 varsity letters in her freshman and sophomore years in soccer, winter track, and spring track and field. She continued earning varsity letters in soccer during her junior and senior years for a total of 8 varsity letters across 3 sports at the collegiate level. Kathy was named Westchester University women's soccer leading scorer of all 4 years. She set school records in the long jump and in the shuttle hurdle relay. Congratulations on your induction, Kathy Todd Rymett.
Hi. I have props. I read about my fellow inductees before tonight, but I'm officially blown away. I'm honored to be amongst this group. So before I came, some people were asking me, well, what should I wear to the induction? And it got me thinking, well, what do I wear? Then it hit me. This on, and I think 45 years. I can't get my whole arm in because I have this corsage on. But got it out of the mothballs, and I figured what better night to put this back on. We thought we looked good in this. We thought this was the greatest. I don't think y'all do this anymore, right? The old varsity jackets? Well, anyway. Thank you to my parents, who are right up here, who signed me up for sports as a little kid, and it's something that I loved as a kid, and I continue to love sports as an adult. And to my husband, Mark, who secretly nominated me, and he's very proud. And I don't know if he did it for me or if he did it for himself, because we'll be at CVS, and we'll be checking out. He'll be like, my wife going into the Hall of Fame. It's a complete stranger. And thank you to my sister Bonnie's here tonight. I have friends here, Donna and Kirsten, and I think Lisa's here somewhere. But thanks so much for coming out. And a really fun special surprise is Coach Mike Yurko is back there. I didn't know you were going to be here. Hands down, the best coach I have ever had. He deserves that applause. He is a Shawnee High School Hall of Famer himself. Through youth sports, high school, college, I have never had a coach like Mr. Mike Yurko. Thank you to the committee. Thank you to the committee for allowing me to put my jacket on one more time. And congratulations to all of you. Thanks.
Kathy, just to let you know, we still give out the same letters and those pins as well. Yes, we do. Yes, we still give them out. The jackets will come back, I'm sure. Okay, our next student athlete I would like to call up is Joe Albert.
Hello, I am Joe Albert, and I am a member of the Shawnee boys soccer team. It is an honor to present to you Mr. Stephen King, class of 2004. Named the prestigious New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year, Stephen King was a four-year varsity starter in the Shawnee boys soccer program, specializing in the position of a center midfielder. His talent and athleticism helped his team achieve a 99-5-3 record, winning both the 2001 and 2003 Group 4 state championships. Stephen's personal achievements during his high school career also saw him named the NSCAA Player of the Year. Stephen was also selected as a Parade, EA Student Sports, and NSCAA/Adidas All-American. Additionally, Stephen was named the USYSA Inter-Regional All-American and finished his high school career with 46 goals and 56 assists. In his senior year, Stephen scored 24 goals, but he was best known for his passing, which is one reason why he finished his final high school season with 27 assists. Stephen also led Shawnee to a 26-0-1 record and to its own state crown. Stephen's accomplishments at the University of Maryland included setting the record number for a number of games started and helped propel his team to two NCAA Sweet 16s, the 2004 College Cup and the 2005 National Championship. Stephen was a Hermann Trophy semifinalist both his junior and senior seasons, and a Lowe's Senior Class Award, College Soccer News, First Team All-American, and First Team and All-ACC for his senior season. Stephen continued to play soccer professionally from 2008 to 2012 and played for the Chicago Fire, Seattle Sounders, and DC United of Major League Soccer. Congratulations on your induction, Stephen King.
Thank you for the introduction. And this is a huge honor. I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee and everyone that put this together. I want to thank and congratulate the other inductees. What I'm going to say is very similar to what we've all said, which is, we're just reflections of our families, our coaches, our teammates, our friends, our environments. We wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for them. So I'll start with thanking my family. First, I'll start with my parents. My dad is here in the room. He's the one who first instilled the love of soccer, and he was my very first coach. And he really taught me the basics, but most importantly, taught me how to be a father and to really do whatever it takes to help your kids be successful. I'd like to thank my brothers as well. We made each other better by just beating each other up in the backyard like every single day. They also, both of my brothers had successful soccer careers as well. And thinking about my childhood and growing up, it really taught me how to be a parent. Because I'm married with 2 kids now. One of my kids, Ryder, is here in the audience as well. Thinking about my coaches, Coach Gibney, who is a legend at this school, he really instilled a lot into his players. He taught us a lot. He got the most out of us as individuals and as a collective team as well. Consistently, we were a strong team every single day. And I want to thank Coach Gibney for that. Soccer is a team sport. And my teammates are the reason I'm up here. Throughout my life, I've had amazing teammates. And in high school, it's especially cool because your teammates are your best friends. They're the kids you've known for a long time. And so it's both a lot of fun and it was a very competitive environment. We made each other better. So I want to dedicate this to them as well. And so in closing, it's really, I think we'd all agree that it's not so much about us, it's about our environments and the people that helped us get to this point. And so I just want to thank everyone in the room for the roles that you've played. Thanks.
And Steve, I want to thank you for making me feel really old. Because I don't know if Steve remembers, but probably about 22 years ago, I don't know if everybody remembers, we used to have the pods as classrooms, which I liked because they were air conditioned. But I had Steve in my health class 22 years ago, and now he's all grown up, 2 kids. I'm too old. And I don't consider myself that old, but you're making me feel real old. So that wraps up our ceremony. And obviously, I would like to congratulate all 10 of our inductees as well. Yes, one more round of applause. You guys will always bleed blue. I hope you realize how much you all inspire and make us proud in the Lenape Regional High School District at Shawnee High School. I would like to congratulate you, and you're always welcome back to visit. I do want to offer some thanks to people who were instrumental in organizing tonight's ceremony. First, thanks to our Hall of Fame committee, our board member David Stowe, Heather Zanakis, Matt Campbell, J.R. Gillern, Christine Lorenz, Mike Matthews, Sue Murphy, Bobby Schultz, and our student representative, Bella Calvanese. Thank you. Oh, go ahead. Thank you to Dr. Carol Birnbaum, the Lenape Regional Board of Education, Principal Matthew Campbell, for all their support and commitment to academics and athletics, and for always recognizing the significance high school athletics can have in a student athlete's life. And I think we heard from all our inductees tonight how much athletics impacted their lives. Thanks to our student photographer, Lucas Garricky. our jazz ensemble in the back that will be playing for us later. And as Mr. Campbell said, I wanted to give a special thank you also, obviously, to our athletic secretary. And hopefully, each of you got a copy of this program. And if you leaf through, this program is amazing. And the person who is solely responsible for this program is our athletic secretary, Doris Barati. Doris has dedicated the past several months, all summer long, in helping to plan this event. Like I said, she created this entire program, and that is not an easy task. Trying to get information, put it together in a nice package, and also Doris was in direct communication with all our inductees over the last several months, and I am forever grateful to Doris and all her hard work. So one more applause for Doris Barati, please.